Hi everyone, my name's Evie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are finally back playing Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. Now, I have really missed playing this. I really enjoyed playing through Case 1. I thought it was, I just thought it was a really fun time. So I'm super excited to see what Case 2 holds for us. So without further ado, let's jump on in. Let me go. I'm not going anywhere until I see her. I'm sorry, Wallace, but she's already passed. There was nothing more they could have done. How? This academy teaches the best mages in the kingdom. Are you telling me that they couldn't do anything? Her condition was much worse than we thought. The kingdom's magic isn't advanced enough to treat something like this. Lucio Steelwind can rain meteors from the sky. William Frager can teleport entire caravans across the continent. Are you telling me that your mages couldn't cure one disease? I'm sorry. I truly am. Emily. I'm sorry, Celeste, but there's no way out of this. Celeste's attention is sharply focused on the chessboard between you two. I knew it! I knew it was going to be chess. Oh, guys. You can see her eyes quickly dart from piece to piece. Just give me a second! I can still win this! Celeste, there's no way for you to avoid checkmate next turn. Just surrender. She ignores you and continues staring at the pieces. There, what about that? Checkmate. Damn it! Would you two keep it down? We are in a library. Miss Tamura glances at the chessboard. I hope you didn't spend the entire morning playing around. I've been working hard, Ruby. I've already learned 2 new spell formulas since we got here. Well, at least there's that. What about you, Cuthbert? Well... Your flustered stammering tells her exactly how much progress you've made. I couldn't find any books about the subject we've been looking into. You spent the entire day combing through the kingdom's imperial library, researching the Eye of Horus. During Celeste's trial, you awakened to a new ability that you had never used before. Up until then, you thought that the eye could only see surface-level thoughts. But during that moment with Garrick Pierce, the Eye of Horus was empowered, and you could see far more than usual. You told Miss Tamura about what happened, and it made you both wonder what other hidden abilities the eye might have. You both decided it's time to find out more about the eye and its origins. This library supposedly held the kingdom's entire knowledge of magic and the arcane arts. But you couldn't find a single mention of any ability like the eye. Does the kingdom seriously lack knowledge about it? Or do we need to look somewhere else? Are you sure you can't tell me what you're researching? I've travelled around the world. I might have seen something like it. You entertain the thought for a moment, but you haven't known her for very long. The Eye of Horus is a supernatural ability that can't be detected by a spell compendium. You've always been wary about what the kingdom might do to you if they ever found out about it. Sorry, it's not something I can really talk about. Fine. If I had to guess, I would say that they are looking into supernatural phenomena. Oh! You and Celeste nearly jump out of your chairs. You look over to where the voice came from. She appears to be a student at the academy. How long was she there? You didn't notice her presence at all. You also feel like she looks oddly familiar. Yeah, she looks like... Doesn't she look like the woman in the dream? Is this Emily? I'm terribly sorry if I startled you, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. As the girl approaches your table, you see another student frantically running after her. Eris, you can't just... I'm so sorry. Oh, it's fine, Wallace. Oh, I guess not. I'm sorry, but who are you two? Sorry, that was incredibly rude of me. My name is Eris Ilmater. Yeah, I guess not. And this is Wallace Nightgrave. We're both students here. Hi. Not to be rude, but that was a private conversation. Just how much did you hear? I wonder. Reading about the supernatural is actually a hobby of mine. I might be able to help you with your research, Mr. Cuthbert. And what makes you so sure that it is what we were researching? Mr. Cuthbert has a bad habit of muttering to himself when he thinks. I assume that his research had something to do with the supernatural. You feel a piercing side glance from Ms. Tamora. You avoid eye contact with her. Oh, you guys. Oh, yeah, no. Don't look at me like that. I don't like it. But anyways, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Of course, I'd be happy to help. Wait, fine. I suppose it wouldn't hurt. What was... Excuse you? What was that? Just remember to show some discretion, Tyrion. Right. So, you two are students at the Imperial Academy? Yes, I'm currently studying illusion magic. Illusions? That's the kind of magic that lets you turn invisible, right? Technically, yes, but few mages ever reach a level high enough for that. I'm a bit embarrassed to admit that I'm not able to cast invisibility. That's still pretty cool. What about you, Wallace? Wallace has his own unique field of study. It's probably not your place to pry. Everyone is talking about you two. Really? It's rare for the school to let any outsiders in. That makes sense. This library isn't exactly open to the public. You were only able to get access to it because of Ms. Tamora's connections. We only ever get occasional visits from the noble houses. So I was curious as to who was able to break this dull monotony. Well, I'm a mercenary, but now I work as Tyrion's bodyguard. Mercenary? After her trial, it turned out that Celeste was more than capable of affording your services. However, Miss Tamora still proposed a different arrangement. After indicting Garrick Pierce, you painted a large target on your back. With Celeste being a mercenary, Miss Tamora decided to hire her as your bodyguard. She figured you would feel more comfortable around someone you were already friends with. Anyways, I'm a defense attorney. A defense attorney? My apologies, it's just not what I was expecting. What's that supposed to mean? The library is full of books for educational purposes. You've been combing through these books all morning. It's a globe of the world. It's amazing how many other nations there are aside from Wyvengard. I've been to most of these places. You should come with me next time, Tyrion. That's a nice thought. Maybe you can travel with her when you're less busy. There's some sort of notice taped to one of the shelves. Due to constant misuse of the Arcane construct's voice systems, voice lines can now only be set by Headmaster Edmund. You wonder what it's referring to. Tyrion, did you never go to school? Like, kids are feral. I'll look at that in a second. It's a table for students to sit at. You've been sitting here with Celeste all morning. It's a holy text of some sort. It must be related to the Church of Bahamut. Okay. Oh, there we go. Supernatural phenomena. I'm just dumb. Supernatural phenomena. I wonder why you would be researching such a thing. Yeah, I want to know too. Sorry, Miss Tamora. I'm sorry, but I can't really say. Regardless, there are many spells in this world. So, why are you so convinced that this phenomenon wasn't produced by a spell? What we're looking into doesn't seem to follow the classic rules of magic. Oh? How so? Please tell me. It was created by someone who's not a mage. Oh, really? So you're saying that this was something created by a person? How am I supposed to ask questions if I can't ask questions? Ruby! The words came out of your mouth before you realized it. You send a small apologetic look to Miss Tamora. That does remind me of a story. A story? Mr. Cuthbert, do you know the legend about how the kingdom of Wyvengard was created? You mean the story about the ancient dragons? The ancient what? Does Wyvengard have a story about ancient dragons? It's only about one ancient dragon. The Church of Bahamut refers to him as the Scaled Lord. I'm sure you've even heard people mention him before. Legends say that the first mages were created centuries ago by him. At that time, our kingdom was caught in the middle of a brutal war. With no way to defend themselves, the kingdom was on the brink of destruction. Our people prayed to Bahamut, the god of dragons, for salvation. And almost as if to answer their prayers, Rathalion, the last Scaled Lord, appeared before them. The Scaled Lord bestowed the gift of magic on a band of heroes who were fighting on the front lines. With their magic, these heroes utterly overtook the kingdom's enemies and single-handedly won the war. It's said that these heroes went on to form the noble houses of today. What a load of nonsense. That story is nothing but religious propaganda to prop up the noble houses. Regardless, the significance of this legend is in the Scaled Lord himself. Do you mean Rathalion? Rathalion bestowed the power to become a mage on several individuals. And to this day, that power can only be passed down genetically. Can you think of an arcane spell that can produce something like that? No, I suppose not. Rathalion must have had powers that weren't bound by the rules of the arcane arts. In other words, he could create supernatural phenomena without following the rules of magic. Please, do you honestly expect us to believe a story like that? It's completely unrealistic. As unrealistic as a non-mage using supernatural powers? I mean, she's got you. Darned kids. She has a point. It's a far-fetched theory, but it's honestly the closest thing you have to a lead right now. Oh, of course it would be you lot making all of this noise. Suddenly, a woman who appears to be an instructor approaches you. She looks upon each of you with an equal amount of disdain. Professor Bellwether! I mean, she looks like a child. You're not a professor. That is Professor Bellwether to you. That's what he said. But didn't he just call you... I knew letting you rabble into our walls would lead to nothing but trouble. You've even started associating with our malcontents. Oh, look at the poor baby. The headmaster gave us express permission to be here. If you have an issue with that, take it up with him. I'll have you know that I was on my way to do just that. Wallace? Yes? How am I supposed to understand you when you're stuttering? That's not his fault. Stop being such a cow. Yes, Professor Bellwether. Straighten out your uniform and fix that awful hair. You look like a street urchin, and you look like a bitch. Leave the boy alone. He is a literal child. Why are you bullying a literal child? But I suppose it's unreasonable to expect anything more. And as for you... What? I hate this. I'm being gaslit by the game. I'll be on my way. Yeah, I'm not a fan. That sucks. What's doing it? What a bitch. Thank you, Celeste. I like you. Let's go get drinks after this. Celeste! Oh, come on! We were all thinking it. I said it. Anyways, with that out of the way, shall we begin? Eris, what did you do? What? Why do you keep detecting fear from Celeste? Wallace, you finished this week's assignment, haven't you? Would you mind helping Celeste with her research? I don't know. Now that you mention it, I could really use some help finding a specific spell formula. You know your way around here, right, Wallace? Okay. Don't worry, Miss Tamora. I'll be more careful from now on. Please do. I still have some business to take care of here, so I'll leave you all to it. You spend the next few hours searching through the library's books with Eris. You hadn't thought to look into the ancient dragons, and the library had books about them in abundance. There was one problem, though. There are a lot of myths and stories about the ancient dragons, but it's pretty difficult to tell fact from fiction with these accounts. It can't be helped. The Church of Bahamut is the dominant religion of our kingdom. We have the bones of dragons displayed in museums, but those bones are the only widely known evidence of the dragon's existence. Except for Rathalion, possibly. I wonder if he's still alive, like you said. I wouldn't be surprised. Despite everything, our kingdom's constitution still includes him in our government. Wait, really? As the savior of our kingdom, he and his kin were given an honorary position on our political hierarchy. The ancient dragon's authority technically rivals that of King Olivier. Wow, I had no idea. How have I never heard of this before? To be honest, that law is just a way to revere him and appease the church. Well, Rathalion couldn't possibly be any worse than the nobility. Ah! You're so stuck in your own thoughts that you accidentally bump into a bookshelf. The shelf begins to tip over, and you're able to catch it before it fully falls over. But not before several books fall out from their shelves. They hit the ground with a cacophony of thuds. Some students glance in your direction. Be quiet! Sorry. Be quiet! Eris begins giggling. She seems amused by what's happening. Hey, are you okay? I heard a loud, whoa. Celeste stares at the pile of fallen books. What did you do? Oh, forget that. Just help me clean this up. There's no need for that. Construct, I require assistance. Acknowledged. Oh, what? Upon Eris's command, one of the nearby suits of armor suddenly springs to life and begins walking towards you. The voice coming out of it sounds human, but it lacks emotion. Why does it sound familiar? Wait, did you do that, Eris? Yes, this is an arcane construct. It's a suit of armor that's animated using artificery. They're designed to carry out various tasks for the students. Really? I didn't know anything like that existed. They're still experimental, so they aren't available to the public yet. With that being said, Construct, please place these books back where they belong. Acknowledged. On Eris's command, the Construct begins quickly picking up the books. It moves with inhuman efficiency. After only a few seconds, all of the books are back on their shelves. Wow! Do they do whatever you tell them to do? Well, there are some limits to... Construct, tell me that I'm the fairest maiden you've ever seen. Command rejected. Aww, what? I guess they're not allowed to lie. You feel a sharp pain in your side as Celeste quickly jabs you. The Construct's voice is just a series of pre-recorded messages. I'm not sure if you noticed, but it uses the voice of Professor Bellwether. Unfortunately, you can't make them say anything other than what's recorded. Only the headmaster can change those settings. Artificery that can record audio. I've never seen anything like it. But you just said that they're experimental, right? Maybe if I keep asking it, it'll just give up and do it? I would advise against that. Even if the commands are rejected, they're still stored in the construct's command logs. Anyways, we should probably get back to work. Fine. You read more about the ancient dragons, but most of the stories read more like fables than actual historical accounts. I don't feel like I'm making any progress. Suddenly, you hear a thunderous, low-pitched sound blare across the room. It sounds like a high-pitched horn, but with its volume turned up to unnatural levels. What? Celeste, do you hear that? How can I not? What is that? You didn't touch anything you weren't supposed to, right? What? Of course not! It finally stopped. Eris, wasn't that the lockdown system? Yes, I believe so. Lockdown system. The Academy is outfitted with a large artificery system. In a state of emergency, it will erect magical barriers throughout the building. State of emergency? Should we be worried? Don't worry, the lockdown is designed to keep everyone safe. We're safe as long as the barriers are up. But Miss Tamora, she said she was going to do something on campus. I'm terribly sorry. You suddenly hear a disembodied voice echo through the library. It sounds like it's being projected magically. It's the headmaster. He's using the intercom system. Students and faculty, please remain calm. There's been a murder on the academy grounds. What? Please stay where you are and wait for law enforcement to arrive. Damn it, we have to get out of here. I am afraid that's not possible. The lockdown system protects and locks each room. We can't leave this room until it's deactivated. Well, we won't know until we try. You run to the entrance and begin frantically pulling on the door's handle. You try to put all your strength into prying it open, but it doesn't even budge. Tyrion, stop! Oh, damn! No, not a fan. You are 19. How are you so stern? Like... Yep. I'll be good, I promise. But, Miss Tamora... I know that you're worried about her, but there's already been a murder. Don't let there be another one. We don't know where the attacker is, or if they're still armed. The best thing we can do right now is stay here and wait. She's right. Damn it! Can you stop glaring at me now, please, Celeste? Like, we're behaving. We're not leaving. Can we deactivate bodyguard mode, please? Celeste's hand rests on her sword. Her eyes are carefully watching the entrance. Wow. We've been here for hours and she still hasn't stopped watching the door. She was also able to calm you down earlier. It's easy to forget sometimes, but she's always reliable when it really counts. What? Students and faculty, thank you for your patience. Law enforcement has secured the building. The lockdown has been lifted. However, please remain in the building until... The headmaster is barely finished with his message before you're out the door. Tyrion! Hey, don't go off on your own. You desperately run through the academy hallways. No. No. Mr. Mora? Mr. Mora, where are you? You have no idea where you're even going anymore. You feel your fear and anxiety rise with every passing moment. Where is she? Cuthbert? What's wrong? Why are you shouting? Mr. Mora. Calm down. You're hyperventilating. I heard there was a murder and I've been looking all over for you. And you were worried about me? You hug Mr. Mora tightly as you're overcome with emotion. Oh, sweetheart. She's usually not receptive to affection, but you don't care. You're just relieved that she's safe. Tyrion! There you are! And you're crying. Sorry. I didn't mean to worry you so much. We heard the announcement. Do you know what happened, Ruby? I do, but... You see Ms. Tamora glance at Wallace for a brief moment. For now, I think we should head to the foyer. You arrive at the foyer and see the room swarmed with a legion of familiar knights. Is that the Inquisition? Don't tell me. The headmaster mentioned that there was a murder on campus. Someone used magic. Hey, you there! As you enter the foyer, Commander White notices you and begins marching in your direction. But his attention isn't focused on you. Huh? Are you Wallace Nightgrave? Yes. But by the authority of the Wyvern Crown, I'm placing you under arrest. Hey, what are you doing? You three? The hell are you doing here? You said he was under arrest? On what charges? This kid is charged with the murder of Catherine Bellwether. Like, I'm not saying she deserved it, but like, she's bullying children. She bit it and I'm okay with it. What? Wasn't that the professor you met in the library earlier? Like hell you're arresting him. He was with us in the library for the entire morning. There's no way he could have murdered her. Move aside, Celeste. But... Ms. Tamora's right. If Wallace is a suspect, we can't stop the Inquisition from arresting him. No. Don't worry, Wallace. We'll get to the bottom of what happened. Without a word, Wallace allows the Inquisition to drag him away. My apologies. I'm going to go and check on him. This is terrible. I still don't understand. Why would they suspect Wallace of all people? I'm not sure myself. Unlike most magical homicides, this school is filled with plenty of mages. There has to be a long list of suspects. Isn't there anything we can do? I'm going to go investigate what happened. Cuthbert? Yes? He hasn't accepted you as his attorney yet. You don't even know if you'll be working this case. But I know that he's innocent. I just can't sit here and do nothing. Oh, Tyrion, I love you. You're like the goodest person. Well, I clearly can't stop you. But please remember that being an attorney is your job. It's not charity work. Don't come crying to me if you run out of gold. Right. Anyways, I still have some business to take care of in this city. Will you two be okay handling this? Yes, we'll take care of this. Good. I'll leave everything to you then. All right, let's go, Celeste. Right. All right, guys, I think we'll leave it there for now. Okay, School of Magical Children. So they're all nobility. That's going to be fun to peel back the layers of. I'm not sad that it's Bellwether who's dead. Judge me. She's sort of one of the worst kind of teachers, you know, put in charge, but happy to use that authority to bully actual children. I don't care what he has done. He is a 16-year-old boy, and people generally make mistakes. Whatever he has done cannot be that bad. So I'm not upset that she's dead. Are we going to work through the case to our best ability? Yes, because Tyrion is the best boy, and if he believes Wallace is innocent, so do I. I don't know what the necromantic spells can do here, so we'll have to see exactly what can happen as the case progresses. I'm super excited, cannot wait to get back into it. And if you guys liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me, and make sure you ring that notification bell so you are kept up to date with everything that's happening here. Thank you so much for exploring with me today, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!